Hey everybody, and happy Sunday. It is Sunday, November 22nd. Whew, I almost feel like we should be doing a countdown, like, until the year is over. What do you think?
Definitely a good idea. I disagree.
Not going to disagree with you. I mean, we don't always agree on everything, but that's one thing you will agree with me on. That's great. Awesome. So, of course, I'm Kate Dillon from Crate Insider, and I'm sitting here with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. And Steve, I see you wearing my Santa hat.
I'm totally festive.
You are. For Festivus, maybe?
Yeah.
For Festivus.
I would get festive for Festivus.
Okay, all right. Well, and speaking of festive, let's see, you're going basic and drinking Ultra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I have a Chelada today. Chelada with Mick Ultra. And, of course, we are here to answer any of your questions that you guys have. So jump in here, ask them. We're going to, I'll be able to see questions in just a moment here. But in the meantime, Mr. Smiley, tell us about how your week was.
It was okay. And that's all I have to say about that.
Wow. I mean, like, you're really giving me nothing to work with, are you?
Well, I mean, can't bitch about anything because nobody want to listen, so there you go.
Well, there's that. Yeah, nobody wants to hear bitching.
How do you not have your shit up and running yet?
Well, I have a new tool now. Because it's here. It's here. I'm just trying to figure it out. I have an iPad now, so instead of using the laptop, I now have an iPad.
So it's a whole new technology to be challenged by.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it is, but, I'm just going to roll with it, and I will figure it out. I always do.
Okay.
As you know.
Yeah, let's not test it out before this.
Well, okay.
All right, anyways.
We're live.
I gotta get this shit off. It's too hot.
We're live, so how could I test out going live without going live? So we're here.
Yeah.
Scott is here from California.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And Michelle is here. She's at Cherokee, and she's live from Cherokee Speedway. Of course, it's the Blue Gray 100 today, I believe, right?
It is.
Yeah, I know somebody was asking earlier, like, how many classes they're running. Do you know?
Knowing Cherokee, probably like 12. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. The answer was too many, was what somebody said. And another one is never too many, not too much. Well, go ahead and jump in there, and with any of your questions. Okay, apparently it's not really tracking with me, and I don't know. I'll get it. I will get it. I promise you.
I knew it would be a challenge.
I'll get it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, because we got a bunch of people watching here, and we definitely want to get your questions. So anyway,
so tune in the live stream, otherwise you won't be able to get any questions.
Well, I am, but I can't. I don't want to be.
Stupid fur from that goddamn hat.
Yeah, we're watching live. Okay, there we go.
All right, but then you won't be able to get your comments.
Yeah, there we go. I see Wayne's here from Florida, and Gary says, "Hey, from Claudeville, got your turkey thawing." I actually got lucky. I got an invite today, so my brother and sister-in-law are having Thanksgiving. So
I'll be working.
I don't have to make the turkey.
I will probably be working.
Oh, Alan says there's 5 classes at Cherokee. Just 5.
Oh, only 5? Wow, that's
really good. Gary's here. Gary and Susie. And Tom is here from Illinois. Great. So talk to us a little bit about current events here today, Steve.
Nothing current worth talking about, really.
I know. I think half the country thinks that the president's been elected, and I think the other half is just waiting for the votes to be counted.
We're just waiting for them to get shit back to under 270 for Biden, and then go to the House. That's what I'm waiting on.
Mm-hmm. Just see what happens. I mean, a little bit of patience.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't decorated for Christmas since I moved here in 2013.
Your cat's about to fuck up all your decorations.
Well,
he's getting comfortable.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of this, but yes. So this is the first time. This is the very first time that I've decorated since 2012. So in 8 years, I haven't decorated, and yeah, Pippi's right in there trying to. Yeah, he just muscled his way in. There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and show. There's the picture of Pippi with my little Christmas trees, because I've got like little Christmas trees, and I decorated them last night.
What about you? Anything new?
Well, my life is all revolves around making sure that we can have this trade show
Yeah.
in 19 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting the word out and taking care of the exhibitors and getting attendees signed up for the show. Like that's my big thing. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my goodness, I'm so excited. It's going to be fabulous.
And more people are finally registering for free.
Yeah.
Which, don't forget to say that.
Yeah. Well,
if you
I
want
mean,
to come, register for free so you don't have to pay at the damn door.
well, and we don't want to charge you at the door, but what we want to be able to do is know how many people are coming so
Yeah.
we can print out the badges beforehand so we're not scrambling around on the day of the show.
Mm-hmm.
My brother and I both have booths ourselves, so we want to go and do that and not be I mean, obviously we're going to welcome anybody who shows up,
Yep.
but we're also going to charge anybody who just shows up without having a badge because we're going to have badges
Well, you still
where
gotta
they
make
say
them
names
know.
on them.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we're trying to do there. And it helps us to know how many people are there so we can plan appropriately and all
Yep.
of that. So that's the big reason for registering, and it's free.
Are you getting your
seriously.
seminar stuff in line?
Well, that's where it's a little bit iffy. So with the whole us being
What
retail,
seminars are you planning is what I'm getting at.
well, there's a full promoters workshop.
Okay.
There's one I'm really excited about. So Benny down in Louisiana, he has a company called Spring Rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
and he has developed an app that allows you to basically use the app for spring smashing without having a spring smasher. I don't really know how it works.
Huh.
So he's actually got a booth at the show. It's called Spring Rhythm, and he's going to have a booth and he's going to be doing a seminar as well.
That'd be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, really excited about that. We've got Boyd Built.
Yep.
We'll be doing a seminar about spring smashing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, springs, shocks, springs, all of that is going to be center stage with a lot of this. You know, we've got
You
somebody.
got Ray Cook doing a tire seminar, right?
Yeah, we sure do. We got a whole promoters workshop. Kelly Carlton did a great job of pulling that together. So Ray Cook's going to be there. Jim Long, we're going to be talking about how to run a big show.
Yeah.
Actually, Blue Ridge, the Blue Ridge Lab, they're coming over and they're doing a seminar talking about tire prep.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I think it's better to understand what you're getting into. I mean, I know you have your certain opinion on that.
Oh, I've got my opinion on that.
I know you do. But anyway, I still find it interesting that and great that they're going to be contributing. Adam Stewart, I believe, will be doing a seminar as well.
That'd be good. That would
Yeah,
be really informative.
Adam does a great job. Also, there's someone talking about insurance, which is, you know, when you're a racetrack, it's an important aspect.
Absolutely.
So we've got this whole track. If you're a promoter,
Never race on a racetrack that doesn't have insurance. I'll put it that way.
yeah. Have you run into those situations?
I absolutely have, and I've raced at racetracks that didn't have insurance, and fortunately, I never got injured. But you definitely don't want to race at a racetrack that does not have insurance. Which, unfortunately, like in a lot of places around the South that I've run into, it's not that uncommon to run into a place that does not have insurance.
Yeah. Now, is that a question you ask at the pit gate when you get there?
That's a question I'd ask before I go. But, you know, you can also be lied to, so there's that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we've always all had bad exes.
Yeah. Exactly. That's about what it's like. Did you cheat on me? No.
No. Where'd you hear that?
Yeah. What? Are you crazy? No way. I wouldn't open these gates without insurance.
Right. All right. So I actually have a good tech question right here. And Wayne is asking, how often should you change the valve springs on a 604?
Honestly, I haven't really seen any. You know, as of recently here, they came out with a new spring, which, you know, technically, by the book, it's still within, you know, what the other spring was rated at. Longevity-wise, I mean, we just haven't really had a good track record on it yet. But like with the old style blue, or the older blue spring, I was having guys change them randomly every 10 races, and then I'd have guys doing it about every 15 races. Normally what I suggest, like for my customers, I tell them to leak their engine down every 10 races. So if you're going to leak the engine down, it's a perfect time to change springs. And for $77 or whatever springs cost, just change the damn things. You don't have to worry about it. Every 10 shows, basically.
Mm-hmm. Good. It's good 10 shows.
And it's probably, I mean, you can probably go run quite a bit longer than that on a set of springs. But, you know, I've had guys go friggin' 30 races. I don't recommend necessarily doing that, but, yeah, I mean, 10 shows is just a good, like I said, for $77, it's just a cheap preventative maintenance thing to do.
Yeah.
And no, you don't need all the match shit or all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, we have them because people want them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why
you sell them because there's demand.
Right, because
So it's called supply and
many
demand.
so many people asked.
But I'm just telling you straight up, just buy a set of springs from GM, put them on the engine, and go race.
The GM springs from Crate Insider.
Yeah. Well, you buy them from you. Yeah.
They're GM springs, absolutely.
Yeah, but just don't fall into this whole, you know, bullshit deal where you have to have matched springs, because it's not true.
Yeah. Great to know.
Yeah.
Now, have you run across any other like questions or anything? What's kind of the demand that you've seen this past week?
No, I mean, not really a lot of questions right now, because a lot of places are winding down, so it's more, you know, talking about rebuilds and, you know, price of rebuilds, and, you know, people still looking for new stuff for next year and things like that. So, like, a lot of the technical questions have kind of died down here as of, you know, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, really.
Well, and that makes sense because, you know, the race season is winding down.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm going to drop in a link here so people can sign up. Let's see here. Chris says, what are the best replacement valve springs to use? Chris, normally, I'm just going to answer part of this anyway.
You can answer.
So, at Crate Insider, we only sell the GM valve springs. So whether you've got a 602 or a 604, that we sell the genuine GM valve springs because they're legal in every single series that exists for crate engines.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I know there's other...
99.9% of every series you're required to run the GM spring.
Yeah.
Now, I've run into some, you know, asphalt series and stuff like that where you can use an aftermarket spring, but pretty much everything on dirt, you got to be using the legit spring.
Right. So that's why it's the only ones we sell. And we sell the ones that are just straight up from GM, and then the match sets, which are just the GM springs, but we go through and we rate them all and repackage them. And
on your side, obviously, it says, you know, a 602 spring or a 604/525 spring.
Right, correct.
Because CT 525s and 604s use the same exact valve spring.
You know, and
they're different hardware, different keepers, different retainers, but they use the same spring.
Yeah, and it was really interesting because a while back, gosh, this has been years ago when I found that out, because I didn't know that at first. And the funny thing about GM parts is that an individual spring is a different part number than a set of springs.
Right.
And that's not really funny or anything, but like somebody was calling me for 525 springs, and I didn't know that the 604 beehives were the same.
Yeah.
So I'm calling, and they're, you know, I'm talking to a GM dealer, and they're like, well, you know, it's this part number for an individual spring. Well, I'm like, well, no, I want 8 of them. Oh.
Or 16.
And then, well, yeah, I'm sorry, 16. And it turns out it's the same part number. So it was. I was like, well, I already have those. Well, yeah, you've got those springs for the 525. No, I did not know that. So it's interesting to learn these things. Absolutely. I see Tom is here from Illinois, so we're representing the Midwest today.
There you go.
Absolutely. Now, okay, I'm going to ask you, since it is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we're grateful for. What are you grateful? I'll just start with something, because I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful, seriously, even in 2020, that I have everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lack for nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful. I've got my for anybody who doesn't know, I've become a prepper during the lockdown. I have food. We can have rice and beans for the next 60 days. I'm grateful for that. You have beer. I will laugh at myself. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I have toilet paper. I'm grateful for the toilet paper that I have. Yeah, here's a half a beer.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So what's one thing you're grateful for, Steve?
All of my customers, because I have such awesome customers, we're able to keep our doors open and our lights on, and I get a paycheck. So absolutely grateful for everybody who trusts us for their needs, you know, when it comes to crate engines.
Well, and I'm going to agree with you there. On the business side, I am very grateful for both my customers and my manufacturers, and also the delivery people that put themselves out every single day to bring stuff to us and
I'm not so grateful for the delivery people because 9 times out of 10 they screw shit up rather than get shit right. But you can be grateful for that.
Well, if it was 9 times out of 10, I'd go bankrupt.
It's pretty much it's a lot.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Would they screw up now?
What don't they screw up? It's like daily. I'm talking like UPS and FedEx. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've got one good UPS driver. I've got no good FedEx drivers.
Well, Jamie was awesome.
Well, he was badass. Yeah,
He
he's
was
no longer
great.
there.
I know. He's in the downtown route now. Yeah.
So.
I'm also grateful for my friends and family. I really am.
Yep.
It's really great. Okay, then on the Thanksgiving theme,
Mm-hmm.
besides the turkey, what is your very favorite side dish at Thanksgiving?
Mm. Hmm. That's a good question. I mean, it's always going to be.
Is this like Sophie's Choice over here?
No, I'm just like going through my head on everything Mom makes, like when she does Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's like going to be, I don't know, probably green bean casserole, honestly. I love it.
I was wondering. I know that's one of your favorites. For me, it's mashed potatoes and gravy.
I mean, stuffing's nasty, so I don't do stuffing.
I love
the mashed potatoes are always good. Yeah.
I love mashed potatoes and gravy. Like if I had like the one meal, that whole exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had one meal that you could eat for like the rest of your life, like you could only pick one thing for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Yeah.
For me, it'd be mashed potatoes and gravy with bread.
Well,
I'd be super fat, but I'd be happy.
You're super German too. So.
Yep.
I know 867,000 ways to prepare a potato.
I am. Yeah, I have 2 different kinds of potatoes on the counter right now, and sauerkraut fermenting,
Yeah,
and more cabbage in the refrigerator. Yes, I am super, super, super German.
Jawohl.
Yeah, Gelnag, I betcha. Yeah, I'm also Minnesotan.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so we've got a question here from Ryan. Ryan
Yeah.
says, hello again. This time from Cherokee Lake in the middle of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Smallmouth bass have had me hooked. He says, let's discuss the importance of new tires this weekend. Love y'all. Good. God bless. So talk about what the advantages are of having new tires.
Well, new tire. I mean, a lot of that depends on the tracks you're racing on and what you need. But from my experience, new tires rule. So anytime you can have fresh edges on a tire, especially if it's a situation like series that don't allow you to groove tires, to me, like kind of screw things up a little bit. But I get why they don't, just because of the time and the money invested in doing it. I mean, you pretty much have to have somebody dedicated to grooving tires. But like a no grooving, no siping rule to me just means that the series gets to sell more tires. Because fresh edges on a tire pretty much rules. I mean, we're talking a tenth or two usually.
Well, let's just talk about the little bit of the physics of it. I mean, not to be super nerdy, but maybe super nerdy. But the part that I understand is the fact that tires are your one point of contact between the race car and the racetrack.
Right.
That's it. That's all you've got. It doesn't matter all the other things you do. They're the one part that actually touches the racetrack.
Right.
So when you talk about having fresh edges on it, I'm kind of getting this vision that if we look at a side profile of a tire, it would be flat here and flat on the sides.
Well, where you got
where you
got the grooves, the leading edge gets wiped out.
Okay.
So, we're on dirt.
And you need that. You want those edges in
Yeah.
order to have some grip. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of slip and slide around, right?
Yeah. So, like, if you're allowed to regroove those edges or groove the tire and add more, then it helps the tire overall. I mean, in certain scenarios. I'm not talking about every scenario. I mean, there's certain places you don't want to have a groove or a sipe, but
Well, and siping is poking all the little holes in it.
No, that's needling.
Okay.
Siping is when you cut little razor blade size grooves in the tire.
Oh. Okay. Well, so the difference between siping and needling are do those things kind of do the same thing, or is the siping giving you more grip, almost like a rain tire?
Needling in general will like
Increase the surface area, right?
well it breaks up the tread block to where the tread block has more movement or can have more movement, thus building heat a little bit quicker potentially, which is the same thing as essentially a sipe. So yeah, and in some ways it's got the same same benefit.
Well, I've also heard siping referred to with regular passenger car tires, and usually that has something to do with getting through rain.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I just haul ass in the rain and hope for the best.
I don't even know. I don't even.
I mean,
know.
hydroplaning at 85 down the interstate. I mean, it can be fun.
Well, I mean, you got to do something to make life interesting sometimes, right?
That's the way I see it.
You know? Yeah. Curious after lockdowns are done, how many more than traffic accidents we'll have. It's like the whole country will be 16 all over again.
Hell, we went to lunch, for Saturday?
Yeah.
Remember the jackass we saw like drive over the curb?
Yeah.
Like, totally missed the opening. They're like turning out of the restaurant onto the road, completely missed the opening, the sidewalk cut, and like drives over a curb this tall.
Yeah.
And then realizes they drove, and they missed it by like 4 feet.
Yeah.
It's not even like.
Oh, it was like
it's not the right side tires went over it. All 4 tires went over this damn.
It was
big ass curb because they completely missed the opening.
They don't know where the driveway was, so
And
they just like went whatever.
Of course, we didn't see who it was.
Yeah.
And Kate's like, "You think they were drinking?" I'm like, "I hope not." Holy shit!
Steve says hi from Canada. His MLR lift worked great this season.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gotta love lifts. I mean, you guys have a lift now.
Yep.
How does that compare to jacking up a race car?
It doesn't even compare.
Not even a... Yeah, it's not even a thing. Not even a thing. That's fun. So yeah, drop in the comments if you're joining us at the racing trade show, and also what you'd like to see there, because yeah, that's pretty much my life. I mean, of course, I'm still working on Crate Insider and doing some, I'm actually sourcing some of the new products. I'm excited about the new products that'll be coming out. Some of them I don't know about yet.
Didn't show everybody my ass, did I? Okay.
No, you're just off camera.
I'm just off camera because I just realized as I bent over, I'm like, I'm like mooning the camera.
I don't know if
I want to like turn everybody on while they're watching this shit.
It's right up there with like they can't handle the truth. Oh, absolutely. All right, let's see what we got here.
That's a big old belly and a little small ass.
Steve says, dig the hoodie. He likes your hoodie. Yep. Santa Cruz representing right here in the house. Yep. Gary says matching date codes are important too.
God, I guess.
Okay, like, was that a tire thing?
Yeah, they got date codes on them, but
yeah.
I mean, just depending on what it is and who you are. Because I've seen that happen firsthand.
It shouldn't be that.
No. Mm-mm. Certain people get a load of tires and looking for certain date codes because it's their tires. So.
Oh, yeah.
And serial numbers.
You know, that's been going on for years and years. I mean, Dad has stories about that.
It's always happened.
For years and years and years. Michael says, do you have exhaust gaskets for 604? Yes, I do. I ordered them from Dynatech, so now I have them. Yes, I do.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing orange silicone.
Yeah, well, there we go. Now we have exhaust gaskets for 604s.
Hallelujah.
Yep, that's good. Oh, Gary says his favorite Thanksgiving food is his wife's potato salad.
Ooh, that's good. I
love
potato
you
salad.
Are all about some potato salad.
Oh,
for sure.
I love potato salad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Chris is here from Long Island, New York.
All right.
Okay, I totally butchered that.
That was a horrible accent.
I know, it was really, really bad. Really, really bad. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, this, I don't know, I might have to go back to the laptop. I'm not sure I'm digging the iPad.
Yeah, I think your iPad's like sucking ass here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful piece, but it's just not doing things in any kind of order that actually makes sense. So, yeah, not digging that part of it.
I think it's coming up like a phone would.
Probably. Oh yeah, where it's like the most.
So you might want to do most recent comments if you got the option.
I don't
to do
even
that.
have the option. No, I
No,
don't
probably
have
because
the
it's
option.
live. Yeah, you need to like go back to the other thing.
Yeah, I will. I'll try something else over here too. I'm gonna try to be in the business manager and.
Great job screwing up the whole comment section today.
You know what?
Fuck you.
No. I was gonna say, part of it is just the sheer fact that I'm just not afraid to try new things.
Oh, there you go.
So that's just all it is,
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, I'm not afraid to try new things, and that's where we're at with that. So yeah, it's just the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try new things, sometimes some things work and some things don't.
Yeah, like this thing didn't work today, right?
Yeah, because I don't really know what the heck. I don't know.
A little sound recorder thing.
Yeah, I know. It's a challenge. But of course I made this far more
Yeah,
complicated.
look, now you got like 1 million more comments than what you had before.
No, I have the same number.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, but I put them in, now they're in top order here, so.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. And Pat says, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, she had a bad run of things this week.
Oh, what happened to Pat?
My friend Pat. She blew up 3 cakes in her oven.
Ooh.
Like blew them up.
That would suck.
I think that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So I gave her shit about being a cake killer.
Cake killer, cake murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's been awfully warm. It was warm yesterday. What's up with that? It's like super warm, and then what's it going to do the rest of the week?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a shit show.
My goodness.
I don't know. Thanksgiving's supposed to be now 70 and sunny.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Because you were telling me yesterday that it was like 70 something yesterday, and it was going to go to like 50 today or something.
Well, tomorrow's 63, and then Tuesday, Wednesday's 55, and raining on Wednesday. But then Thursday, 70 on Thanksgiving.
I love it. I
Which
love
will probably
it.
suck because I'll be working anyway, probably. So.
Oh, I feel bad for you. Now I'll be working in the morning.
Gotta get shit done.
Yeah. No,
Hopefully it'll be a day that I can actually work though, and like the phone won't ring.
Well, that's why I work on weekends.
Yeah.
So I worked yesterday. I worked today.
Yeah.
So if I take off a couple hours on Thanksgiving, I'm not going to feel bad about it. Because if there's one thing I've learned during this whole thing is that, we get caught up in our work and all of that, and figuring out what's the most important. And family.
Yep.
At the end of the day, family and friends are the most important
I
aspect
agree.
of my life.
Absolutely.
Obviously my customers too.
Yep.
Clearly, they're in my friends category as far as that goes.
Yep.
But
Sure.
just to get caught up in the work for work's sake.
Yep.
Pat says, so Steve, when are you going to start racing again?
I filled her in on
Yeah.
a little bit of some information, so hopefully this year. We'll see.
Tori says, I'm not sure if I'm working on Thanksgiving. You are. Give it up. Any plans that you had, give it up. No, you are not working on Thanksgiving. And for anybody who doesn't know, Tori is my assistant.
I could comment on that. I'd make her ass work on Thanksgiving. Just because, I would.
Yeah, well, you do you.
There's some things that need to be cleaned up next door, I'm sure.
Brian says, guys, we have a few seats left for the Crate Late Model class.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, man, I know. I saw Brian's post earlier today. There's only like 8 seats left. So anybody who's listening to this or watching it now or later or whatever, just to fill you in if you haven't heard about this, but the Race Logic Chassis School, this is going to be the first time that he's covering Crate Late Models. So before he's done things he's organized classes for street stocks, for modifieds, for the mini sprints, all kinds of different classes of not only cars but going into different locations of the country. But this one's going to be really stellar. You're one of the I want to say exhibitors. Sorry, I've been doing trade show, but
Speakers.
You're one of the speakers, instructors that's going to be there, Steve, and a whole star-studded lineup to really help you. If you're somebody with a Crate Late Model, you're going to want to check it out. So it's racelogic.vip, and the live class is going to be taking place in person in January in Tennessee. and that's all posted up there on the website. So there's only like 8 spots left from what I saw from Brian earlier today. So definitely we're capped out. I mean, because you can only have so many people. So once you're capped out of people, that's it. I mean, it is what it is. And then of course I go and speak there too. But I just do a little segment.
Well, I mean, it should be a fun deal. So.
Oh, the knowledge that comes out of those chassis schools, I've been going for the last 3 years where I'm just going for just my little part of it, and usually I wouldn't stay for both days or anything, but to the street stocks. And I've learned so much just from kind of being around it, and you're getting the best of the best. So it's not just like teachers that are just teaching, it's people that have winning customers or doing really well themselves, like Matt Henderson from CBR Race Cars, and they work on a ton of different cars. And Ben Baker is coming out from AFCO to talk about shocks and all of that. And you really get to dig in and ask your questions about it. So it's well worth it. If I was actually a race car driver, I mean, it would be without question. I would spend money on having a seminar or being at a seminar for 2 days. Would be a better spend of my money than just whatever the tricked out new part is.
Yeah, because you got to know how to use the tricked out new part.
Yeah.
So you know what you're going to learn? How to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's far more important. So just like my piece of audio equipment right here that I don't know enough about. I thought
today.
No, I just pushed the button. I expect it to work and it doesn't, and then I don't know how to fix it. So this is by next week I will be an expert on my Zoom H5 recorder, and I will know that for sure. And all right, let's see. Dave says, do you folks have family restriction? Do we even pay?
We don't pay any attention to that shit.
I think it's like 10, but I don't have a big family, so for us it's under. For me, it's under 10 anyway. Yeah.
It wouldn't matter anyway.
Let's see. Are you all on a freeze from COVID? Our dumbass governor is saying only 6 people in your house for Thanksgiving. Brett, yeah, I think so, but it's not
know.
It's not to the. I mean, after a while, all I hear. You know what I hear when Roy Cooper speaks?
I mean, seriously, if a sheriff is stupid enough to try to enforce that by driving around to a house that's got, let's say, 20 cars parked in the front yard, and they want to come knock on your door and be met with, I don't know, 20 dudes with AR-15s, that's on them. So, how stupid.
That sounds a little threatening.
Well, it's very threatening, because you know what you don't do? You don't come to my house and tell me what to do in my house. So screw them, screw all that shit. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Hey, it's not as bad as California, where you're supposed to have a socially distanced only like 6 people, and you're all supposed to be 6 feet apart from each other.
And then your governor gets caught.
Yeah. And the whole legislature or whatever, they're all in Hawaii together.
All the lobbyists that give him money. Big pharma people there.
Picks, and it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, normally it's picture didn't happen.
I know.
And it happened.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. And Brett is asking about our freeze from COVID, and the dumbass governor he's talking about is in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Good God. Good luck with that.
Dude.
Dumbass.
What in the world? Portland used to be cool. Oregon used to be awesome. It really did. I feel so sad. Seriously, I mean, Grants Pass and Bend and Portland, Vancouver, all of those areas I've spent time in, and golly.
Do you even have racing in Portland anymore? I race at the asphalt track there.
Well, I know, you know Mikey. Mikey races out there, and so yes, there's a dirt track.
There is actually racing there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Which
really sad.
surprises me, because I don't know. I thought maybe, COVID or,
COVID or climate change.
Climate change would prevent them from racing.
It's hard to say. Oh, it's like, you know what? I've put my line in the sand. I have given all that I have to give to this whole situation. That is literally, yeah. Oh, Brett says, it's good to see Steve joining you with Race Logic. I like a good listen to a good engine builder. Yeah.
I don't know how good it's going to be, because I still don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about, but...
Well,
we'll come up with something.
We start the podcast every week and we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, that's true. It could just
I would spend an hour doing it.
I could just ramble for like an hour on different random shit.
No, you know what you
No,
can do?
honestly, what works best for me is usually a question and answer type scenario. I mean, I can do a lead in and then do a question and answer thing because it's, you know.
Well, I think another piece of that too, where you really show your expertise, is your recommendations that you do every year.
Well, yeah,
And
there's
you know,
that.
your recommendations and you know, to go into them, and like when you type it up, and I usually do a video on it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go into the why, or you know, like it doesn't go into your reasoning behind it.
Well,
I think taking it that next level.
I'll probably give everybody their one of our recommendation sheets, and
Yeah.
it'll probably be updated for 2021 because obviously we work on stuff during the year, like on our own house car, which my son's currently driving. We work on stuff that, you know, I don't necessarily give to everybody because we do the crash test dummy work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not pawning shit off on customers going, here, go try this. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. So, yeah, it'll probably be like an updated 2021 type thing, and maybe the people at Race Logic School will be the first ones to get it kind of deal.
Yeah. Oh, that is a great way to go. Well, and I wouldn't say it's just your own car. You also work with some of your other customers.
No, I've got several other customers who are more than
Mm-hmm.
willing to be crash test dummies, but it's just not something I can, you know, say, hey, everybody, go try this because it's going to work everywhere you race all the time. So,
You don't know until you get it out there
Yeah,
enough.
no.
And just like, hey, the iPad was a great idea until it wasn't. I mean, you know, if you're going to be first, you got to be willing to try and fail and
I don't want to be
try
Samsung
again.
and release a product and have it blow up in your face. I'll put it that way.
Or on a plane.
Yeah, or on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. oh, like what do we hear now? It's like the new PlayStations and Xboxes are blowing up. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's what I understand. Thank God I'm like out of that whole thing. And as soon as you buy me my new computer, I'll be able to PC game again. Hint, hint.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably go, you know, yeah, okay. All right. Mikey says, happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Looking forward to seeing, I know Mikey's coming out for the show. Really excited about that.
Yep.
And Dell's dropped in. He said, just here to say hello to you too. Well, hey, Dell. Hey, Dell. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, great. So it's interesting to see all the devices and like which ones have the delays on what. Well, I'll tell you one thing I'm not getting used to is this getting dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I am not digging that at all.
I'm not either. But I think we need all riot because of it.
Oh, we should totally riot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what's all over Twitter today?
What?
That
What are we going to riot about now?
oh, no. This is, so apparently the whole blow up of COVID in the Midwest is because the Sturgis bike rally was a super spreader event.
Yeah, and all the BLM shit wasn't.
Not even, no.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, so you really have two sides of this. You've got the people that are saying,
You know what you need
what about
to do?
that? I don't know. What do I
You
need
need to
do?
drop a link into this afterwards so everybody can listen to that podcast that I sent you.
Well, you can. You can.
I don't know how to.
Come on, you got to be good at the copy and paste button. Yeah, the copy and paste button.
Everybody needs to listen to that podcast.
No, well, I haven't listened to the whole thing. It's a doctor in the UK who's a true epidemiologist and not a politician.
Not a politician. He's an actual real doctor and not a politician.
Yeah. I also want to check out that Danish study on masks.
Mm-hmm.
so that, yeah, there's, I don't even know what to think about any of it. I think it's all, I'm just tired. Just tired. I'm worn out.
Yep.
Ready to move on with my life and take my chances and be American. That's all.
Ow.
That's all I got. That is all I got.
Yep.
Well, that kind of covers like current events. Any of the questions we've gotten. Thanksgiving week, so it'll be you and I will be both working in our own ways.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, I mean, every day we're just working toward closer and closer and closer to the racing show. And yes, it's still happening because it's a retail show. You know, it's just like going to the auto parts store during lockdown, just like going to Walmart, going to Lowe's. We're set up as a retail show. Somebody said definitely put that link up. I'm just teasing him. I've got a link over on YouTube, and I'm.
Did you guys ever figure out the whole entertainment thing?
Well, the gathering thing really is a stumbling block, Steve.
Okay.
So the fact that we can't advertise that we're having more than 10 people gathered in one room,
right,
is a stumbling block. So, no, it's not that we don't have ideas.
So we can't sell toilet paper there. And have a gathering.
You can sell toilet paper. I can't advertise that we're having like a concert. No.
I gotcha. Okay.
That would be a no-go. That would be a shutdown, and
I gotcha.
While it would be fun, it would.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know if we could have a protest.
No.
With peaceful singing and dancing.
Yeah, well, Ace Speedway tried that, so I don't really want to go that route. Truth is, we're a retail show. We may or may not be able to. We're going to do our best to have the seminars that we can have.
Yep.
And that's why we're not promoting those as heavily, but they are happening, and we're just going to have.
Yeah, I was just trying to get clarification. So.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. So it's certainly just. Yeah, and Matthew says just say it's a protest, and he definitely wants to see that podcast. The podcast is like an hour and 45 minutes long, so there's
it's
no
well worth your.
There's no like instant gratification that's going to come from that from the link to that podcast. Just saying.
Well, it's two British dudes talking, so you got to put up with that. But I mean, it's just it's the most informative thing I think I've heard.
Well,
ever.
But it's very scientific.
It is extremely. You got to listen to it.
Yeah, you have to really. It's science and math, and I was thinking about that today. I think all of us have become, for all the people in this world that say, I'm bad at math, I don't really like math, I'm bad at math. If 2020 has taught us one damn thing, is that math is important. Decisions are made because of math. So now's a good time to learn math.
So you watched what, probably, or listened to?
Just over an hour.
Over an hour? Okay. So, would you not agree with me that the main premise is there's no such thing as a second wave?
I would agree. Yeah.
So, what this will teach you is that the C word, the C-19 word.
Yeah.
Which I'm using that so you don't get censored. The C-19 word, because of that, there's no such thing as a second wave. Because second waves happen when you have flu pandemics, not when you have C virus pandemics.
Well, the difference between a cold and a flu is a flu mutates very rapidly,
correct,
and a cold virus does not. And therefore, this is just part of
it runs through the population and it burns out.
Right. And that what we're seeing is just it's continuing its burn.
Yes.
It's continuing its burn, and it's going to hit a certain steep, but we also see the deaths.
Which it wouldn't have done if everybody would have been like Sweden and just let the shit run its course.
Actually, no. The part I got from that, or at least where I'm at, is that curve is exactly the same whether you were in or you were out. Nobody's been hermetically sealed in their food saver bag, so. But
it's truly fascinating.
Yeah,
it's worth a listen. I mean, you take from it what you want to take from it. I took from it that there's really nothing to worry about because 0.04% of the population is going to have issues.
I'm a positive thinking person, so therefore, I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to be doom and gloom all the time.
No.
I just gotta keep moving forward, and I just only have so much time in my day. Time is my most valuable resource, and I just want to maximize that as the best I can.
Oh, absolutely.
And sitting around and worrying about stuff that I can't either do anything about.
I wonder if I can drop that in
my
here.
business.
I wonder if I can figure this out.
Well, I know what it is on YouTube because it's in my history, so I'll be able to grab it.
Well, my link is directly to the guy's page, not YouTube, because I figured YouTube's going to take it down at some point.
No, it's on there. It's on there, but I had to scroll through YouTube, so.
Let me find this. See if I can drop in the link.
Anyway, it's in my messenger because you sent me you sent me an email.
Here it is.
Yeah. You've already shared it, so there you go.
I shared it to friends because I didn't want to get taken down by sharing it publicly.
Okay. Yeah, well, pick the right podcast episode. It's Ken, Dr. Ken.
Well, it goes right to it. Dr. Mike Eden.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, there you go. So Steve will drop in the link, or one of us will drop in the link. I think that's all we got today, right?
That's pretty much it.
I think that's all we got. Well, I'm going to just wish you a super happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, I copied the link.
I'm so proud of you.
Hang on. Let me go to... I'm like all happy with myself.
I'm excited for you.
I like I actually did something. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hang on, now I just gotta find Crate Insider.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Hey.
She's speaking to me like I'm a fucking specialist in here.
no. It's just funny because you're like, look at me.
That's all I gotta do.
I feel like I'm watching, Stewart. You're like, look at me. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. And I'm like,
I'm so proud of myself.
Good job.
All right, hang on. Now I gotta like scroll a half mile like get to wherever the hell our shit's at. Oh,
yeah, there you are.
Comment.
Oh, he's gonna drop in.
All right, I'm gonna drop it in the comment section. Paste.
Oh, there we go.
Go listen to that, and it will completely change the way you think about coronavirus.
Yeah,
I mean the C word.
Yeah, there we go. And Wayne says thank you. So yep, there's that. There it is right there.
And matter of fact, you'll be pissed off by the time you're done listening to it, because this guy pretty much calls out everybody and says, "I won't get sued for saying what I'm saying. Sue me.
Take me to court.
Take me to court and sue me for saying what I'm saying," because he's basically technically defaming them.
Yeah.
And they won't do it because they know he's right.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely. I see somebody's thanking you for posting that.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. If you haven't already, definitely go to carsracingshow.com and sign up to see us live in real person at the trade show December 11th and 12th. It's going to be
we should do a show from there because you're going to have your whole thing.
I will.
So we should do like a show with special guests.
We totally should.
Maybe on the Saturday or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And do it.
Because I'm going to have a whole video studio.
What time does the show go to on Saturday?
6.
So it goes till 6. So we can actually do, I don't know, we can just do a random,
or something.
We can do a random show too.
Yeah, we can do it anytime. I expect that there will be lots of like little live segments and of course new products.
Well, you're going to go live from there a bunch.
Well, I'll record from there a bunch. Wesley will probably go live a bunch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean there will certainly be coverage.
I think we can go live there several times on Saturday maybe and get some special guests and just randomly pop up. And
yeah, I mean because I'll have
your booth's next to mine.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
We're thinking about taking down the privacy curtain there too. A blended booth.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
So you done?
I'm done. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thank you for being here. And we'll look forward to seeing you next Sunday. And we'll be back on Sunday, probably sharing our Black Friday specials that we've gotten.
Probably.
all the stuff we've scored.
Everybody make sure you eat an assload of turkey and be thankful for the wonderful people around you.
Absolutely. Always grateful. All right. Have a great rest of the weekend, you guys. See ya.
See ya.